7,000 fans packed into the Saxon Arena, but too many riders tried to pack their way down in towards turn 1, with Colton Haker coming close with Tadej Blasuziak and ultimately crashing into his teammate Alfredo Gomez. Gomez would suffer a serious injury in the crash, and it would ultimately bring out the red flags for the riders, and they would come back to restart the race. For Alfredo Gomez, though, he'd be carried away on a stretcher, and hopefully it's not the last that we see of the Spaniard in 2019. In the restart of the race, Tadej Blasuziak once again got the whole shot down in towards turn 1, but Colton Haker was out for revenge and tried to make a move down in towards the next section of the lap. A mistake for the American, though, saw him fall down the order, and he'd have his work cut out for himself to try and catch his way back up through the field. He wasn't the only rider trying to work his way through the field as well, with Cody Webb also trying to make his progress through the field. Last year's overall winner in Germany fell down the order at the start of the race, but ultimately was able to pick his way through the field and then pick his way through into the lead on Tadej Blasuziak as well. With Webb out in front, he was out to claim another final victory here in Riesa. Last year he was able to claim the overall victory with 2 wins, and he started the 2019 round with another final victory. Really strong performance from the KTM rider once again. For Cody Webb, the final 1 victory here in Riesa. Final 2 in the SuperEnduro World Championship sees a reverse grid take effect, but it was Cody Webb that was able to use that reverse grid to get himself through to the front in those early stages. Webb on the number 1 KTM, able to get himself into 4th position from that second row of the grid and ultimately pick his way through to the lead. Emil Jusak led the way early doors, but Cody Webb was able to make his move, and from that point on, Webb was able to stay out in front. Jusak on the 3-2-1 was able to get to the front of the field, but mistakes through the rock section just dropped him down the order. And ultimately, Tadej Blasuziak was able to work his way through the field to get himself back into those top 3 spots. Colton Haker was trying to make his progress after a poor start from the reverse grid, and he was able to take advantage of Tadej Blasuziak's mistake to get himself into 2nd spot. With Haker in 2nd, it looked like he was on course for 17 points, but a mistake for the American led to Blasuziak getting through. On the final lap of the race, Blasuziak was under pressure from Colton Haker, and ultimately the American would find a way to force a mistake out of Tadej Blasuziak. That mistake came through the rock section, and Haker was able to profit from that and get a run towards the line. Cody Webb, though, was able to take advantage of that reverse grid start to get himself to the front all the way through the race and take final 2 victory in Riesa. In final 3, all the riders were keen to get off the line, but it was Tadej Blasuziak that would take the whole shot down in towards turn 1. Blasuziak once again strong off the line, but behind him it would be Colton Haker and Cody Webb that were trying to force their way through the field and put some pressure on the Polish rider. Cody Webb, of course, chasing the overall victory, having claimed the opening 2 motos of the night, and the number 1 KTM rider would try and put some pressure on the rest of his rivals. But it was Colton Haker on the number 10 that was putting the pressure on Tadej Blasuziak. Webb just trying to avoid making mistakes, hold on to a top 3 spot to be able to take that overall victory. Blasuziak was making his progress through the field, but he knew he was under pressure from Colton Haker, and ultimately the American would try and force a mistake out of Tadej Blasuziak. Having claimed those 2 final victories, Cody Webb was on course for the win, but it was Tadej Blasuziak that was out in front in final 3, with Blasuziak able to take final 3 victory in Riesa. Following the second round of the SuperEnduro World Championship, Cody Webb takes the red plate to round 3 in Madrid with a 2-point lead from Tadej Blasuziak, with Colton Haker 8 points adrift of his fellow American. Kevin Gallas, the rookie, is in 4th in the championship, just in front of Paul Tara's ahead of his home round.